Hi, today I'd like to talk to you about procrastination. I would love to be able to tell you a story about how I used to procrastinate when it came to exercise and fitness, but that's not really true because I never did. But there is one thing that I am excellent at procrastinating at, and that is taxes, accounting, and QuickBooks. Oh gosh, they're so hard for me. I really struggle in that area. And maybe you struggle in that area when it comes to health and fitness. But I'm going to tell you a little story about QuickBooks and accounting for me. And since we're just in the middle of tax season, actually it's the end of tax season, but this year it's been delayed a little bit. I suffered when it came to taxes this year because I hate accounting and I put it off so long. So when my taxes were due this year, I was so far behind. It took me weeks to catch up. So I had to reconcile all my bank accounts. So I had to go through QuickBooks, reconcile all my bank accounts, and then I had to go through all my credit cards and separate all the business from the personal expenses. And I suffered for weeks. I spent hours trying to reconcile my QuickBooks. And then guess what happened? 2018 came back to haunt me because my American Express said that that wasn't reconciled. So I had to go back 2 years, and I was so far behind the 8 ball. It was grueling. And a lot of people go through that with exercise as well. They put it off for a really long time and they feel like they really get behind the 8 ball. Maybe you're gaining weight or you're just unfit. You couldn't run a mile if you had to unless somebody was chasing you. And you feel really pressured from all the work that you feel like you have to do, just like I did when it came to reconciling all my accounting and my QuickBooks for the year. It's really daunting. But the difference is with people's health and fitness is that there's no deadline. So you just keep pushing it off. For me, fortunately or unfortunately, I had a deadline. I had to get this stuff to my accountant because if I don't do the business accounting, then we can't file our personal taxes. So I had to do it. I didn't have a choice. So that's a really good thought process for your fitness is you have to give yourself a deadline. You have to, if you want to run a race or you want to lose weight, you have to choose a hard deadline. And it has to be reasonable and inspiring, something that's going to cause you to act. Because if you just keep putting it off, it's like taxes are never due. And if I never had to file every year, you can bet that I probably wouldn't keep my QuickBooks up to date. So what I do now as a result, because I never ever want to feel that feeling of being so behind the 8 ball with my accounting again. I'm never going to do that to myself. So since I submitted all my forms to my accountant, which I did in February, I have on my calendar here is every Friday I have to do QuickBooks. So I spend an hour every Friday doing QuickBooks because I don't want to feel that horrible again. And 1 hour is a bite-sized piece that I can keep working towards every week. So during that hour on QuickBooks, I do it right after lunch on Friday. I am not allowed to get up, to get a cup of coffee, to go to the bathroom, to answer a text, or to check on Facebook. That hour is only for QuickBooks. In that small investment of time that I put in week after week, by the time next year's tax season rolls around, I'm going to be in a great position. Fitness is exactly the same way. If you can set aside small chunks of time for this important work, which accounting and QuickBooks is important work, fitness and health is important work, and you have to put it on your calendar because important things go on your calendar. So try that. Put on a couple small workouts onto your week, and they have to be non-negotiable. When you put them on your calendar, if it's going to be a half hour Monday, Wednesday, Friday, that's a great place to start. Or a half hour Monday through Friday. Put them on your calendar. They're non-negotiable times, and you're not allowed to do anything else during that time. You're not allowed to say, I'm going to clean my house instead of my workout. No, you have to do your workout that you plan to do. And imagine where you'll be in a year's time when your tax season comes around, when it comes to your health and fitness. Those investments are going to pay off. So I hope that helps. Thanks so much for joining me. Have a good day.